Hello, and thank you for voting on what we should do next. Those of you who voted, your vote is tied. The tie-breaking vote by ancient Hibic law falls to me, and I think we will continue chronologically. So we leave the colossal solar calendar for now, feeling defeated. The solar calendar spreads up from here on the other side of that river. Now, spoiler, we are not defeated. But we don't know that yet. We won't know that until we get home. So we are feeling defeated. And we decide to go home. But we check the progress of that typhoon, and we calculate that we have just enough time before it hits to drive up TATEEBOSHI, Mount TATEEBOSHI, and see the cone, the crowning cone, see it close up. In this video, you will see parts of the drive up the mountain, a quick walk just at the base of the cone, and a Hiba, Japanese Bigfoot, structure. Not the weirdest one, but maybe the most impressive and maybe the most important one. We are on the south side of Mount Hiba now, where the mountain bulges out into TATEEBOSHI, Standing Tall Hat Mountain, and Ryozan, Dragon Lord Mountain, and both are parts of the Greater Hiba Massif. Standing Tall Hat is named for the cone on top, and I think it's an artificial mound, a man-made mound, and I have more reasons to think so after this trip. But that's for another time. Dragon Lord has always topped my list of places where I think the Hiba might live. Now, they live all over. Their business takes them all over, foraging and hunting and sitting sentry and so on. But where do they go to bed at night? Where do they bed down? Where is their nursery? Where's their Hiba village? I thought Dragon Lord for practical reasons and trying to think like a Hiba. If I were looking to build a home for my Hiba family, this place would really attract me. Now, the prefectural forest manager also thought Dragon Lord for other reasons, and he thinks the Hiba are no longer here. His ideas on the Hiba are more spiritual and, if I may say so, Japanese. He thinks the Hiba are guardian deities of the mountain, popping in and out of this world, popping in and out of existence in this world, as if through interdimensional portals. Now, some of you know I don't even like talk of interdimensional portals. I think it's irresponsible and dangerous. Not picking a fight with the portalists. I know some of you are into that sort of thing, but, well, let's see. Let's see about portals. The prefectural forest manager has never seen evidence of Hiba. That's what he told me. This man lives here. He's here every day. But he's never seen evidence. Now, in fact, we know that he has seen evidence. He just hasn't seen it. We found all of this in one morning, in half an hour after getting out of the car, and we can boast about this a little because we go off trail. We make an effort to find these things. We cannot take credit for finding today's structure because it's right beside the road. Right beside the road, but no one sees it. The Hiba are really getting a bit cheeky with this one. Getting a bit cocky and flagrant. And they can afford to be. Because we humans are so blind. So blind. Now, some of us are willfully blind. We've made up our minds that some things don't exist. So, they don't exist. So today's structure doesn't exist. It's not even a structure. It's just a bit of, well, maybe the wind did it. Yeah, like how the wind ripped this tree out of the earth and turned it upside down and replanted it. But there's another danger of being blind because we have our heads up our interdimensional portals, making excuses for our ignorance and physical inabilities, frankly. And I'm speaking as someone who is, at the time of this video, feeling defeated, having just left the solar calendar, having been standing on it, but failed to see it. So, I too can fail to see the obvious and feel defeated and discouraged and make excuses, as I do, as I did. Giving up too easily and leaving the solar calendar, I was wrong there. There's more that I could have done and tried, and I should have. So I preached to myself first of all. But now I'm going to show you, if I'm right, a real portal. A physical portal into the world of the Hiba. Them's tall words, Kyle. Well, let's see if I can make good on them. Somebody threw an acorn at the car. Mountain streams might be a good place for a camera. Because if they don't use them for roads, they might come to get food. All right, this structure is here on this hairpin curve. The Kumano River flows down from TATEEBOSHI, that's the source, but it bounces back and forth here in the saddle between TATEEBOSHI and Dragon Lord Mountain. Here, it is running down the Dragon Lord side. So, if you want to climb up that river from here, and I encourage you and double dare you to do that. If you would please climb up there from here, you will be climbing up into a wild corner of Dragon Lord Mountain, off the human trail. I think this is a gateway, a portal, a real portal up into the Hibagon's Dragon Lord Mountain secret gated community. You've learned what a tiger mouth is in a Japanese castle. I think this is a fortified Hibagon tiger mouth. And for me, the #1 spot in the whole wide world that is begging for a drone flight.